Hey guys, Tyre here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Elst Outskirts. Playing for today, spawning on the left, we have ps3YES playing as Brits, who has Commandos, special weapons, and mobile assault. To help him is Dirty Finisher playing as Soviet, straight away locking into shock rifle Frontline. Myself against him. Playing COH2, we have 2v2, and this translates to Only Love My Little LeiLei, according to Google Translate. Playing COH2, who has Grand Offensive, Luftwaffe Ground Forces, and Firestorm. And finally we have We Are Builders, not Soldiers, playing Ostheer, who has Lightning War, Egg Armor, and Storm. Nice bit of wire there. In terms of, oh, got wire here. Yep. In terms of rankings, random team here. ps3YES around rank 20. Oh, damn, is that right? Got the ranks here still. Dirty Finisher rank 3. ps3YES rank 20. And Axis around rank 35. Okay, so not much happening so far. A few wee pokes and prods, but nobody really committing. I was getting caught out in the open there. MG42 quite far back. Looks like they're trying to bait the conscripts into it. Well, big move in the north. For, I guess we'll just call them LeiLei from now on. Chasing away those squads. And there we go. It looks like he did push forwards with that machine gun somewhat and got suppression on the squad behind heavy cover. These conscripts trying to come in on the flank of like two squads conscripts. But MG setting up and getting suppression on them. Can't make it around the corner. That squad getting forced away by the double grenadiers.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
And this early aggression from Dirty Finisher. Not getting the job done. Good move from him there though, leaving the cover, expecting the machine gun to be pushing up. And slightly leaving its arc there. Oh, Kubel coming in on the flank, doing big damage. Tommy's exiting. Yeah, should have just retrieved this one a little bit earlier. Could lose a couple extra models here because of that. Not the end of the world though, and gone for a very early 5-man upgrade. Now into platoon commands.
Trying to take a point from us.
Oh, cut off play here from Dirty Finisher. Finds the gap in the Axis defense. Leaving the cut-off exposed with all these squads on the far side. And just getting the neutralized, then pulling back to the center. Interesting.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
But a bit of a tough start for the Allies. Don't have control of either fuel right now. They're going to be a little bit behind on their tech. Very early mine going down for Dirty Finisher there. Interesting. And also interesting, he just went for 3 conscripts into medics. Usually would see an extra combat engineer, extra conscripts. At this stage, he's not getting either of those.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
So he is a little bit low on troops, which I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to save for here. Command point still nowhere near being able to call in shock troops. In the meantime, he is hurting. Not enough boots on the ground to fight effectively and cap up the territory. We have a rather forward battle group going down for LeiLei. Trying to get neutralized here. Kubelwagen charging in though. And we'll sneeze there. Legion's getting away, and I suppose he's going to start putting his tech down now, but oh, it's pretty late tech, and you can see him floating 600 manpower. Nice work there by the Kubel, crushing that wire, opening up the heavy cover. Didn't crush the wire on the building door though.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Here we go, 5-man sections working their way onto the battlefield. Also have a squad of engineers fresh on the field. No tier 2 going down yet, or we are builders. Okay, putting it down now after the bunker. Looking for a squad of P-Greens first. Which would leave the axis a little bit exposed to a light vehicle push here. You know, not going for mechanized as OKW late tech. But not going to matter in this particular match. No scout cast from either of these players. The universal carrier. Oof. A lot of damage here from PS3, but charging and eventually just overwhelming Sternpires. Have an infantry support gun back there now. Ooh, good connection. And Foxtrot is all the way in the north chasing away a squad. Did he lose a squad? Did he just go 3 units? Yeah, just 2 Fox into tech there. He got a Kugel as well, but usually you'd have one more. So both sides going for like fast techs, low number of troops to start off. Which I can maybe understand on some maps, but this particular map, I think it's like a reasonable size for 2v2. And extra squads for covering that territory makes sense. T-gun coming up for ps3YES, but in the meantime 222 looking to do some damage. Did have a squad of Fallschirmjäger drop all the way forwards here, but quite a lot of damage. Spotted with the sweeper. Oh, an AT gun connecting with the 222. All these grenadiers quite low now. Firing from out on the road there as well, not very effective. Forcing the MG out of the building. Oh, P-Greens into the retreat. It looks like they're not focusing on getting the wipe there. So it's going to make it out alive. And here we go, shock troops finally for Dirty Finisher, who also picked up a mortar team, but look at the map control right now for the allies. It is not good. Double fuel for the Axis and the triple cap running against them. Allies are in some big trouble. Pushing back onto the map now though. 3v1 scenario. ps3YES should be able to win there. Now Dirty Finisher trying to get the cap in the centre, but Sternpires are there. So is the Kugel. Oh, the Kugel running right on by. Doing any damage. It looks like maybe he's gonna... not sure what he's doing there. Out on the road taking a lot of damage with the shock troops. Another squad of Fallschirmjäger getting deployed, and once again on that cutoff. Very, very far forwards, but taking a bit of damage on landing from those Tommies. You could see that the grenade was not going to connect, cancelled it. And on retreat now. Doesn't want to lose that Fallschirmjäger squad. Pushing on in the building. Going to be a target for this mortar. Whoa, he packed that up and moved it before he even took a single shell there. It's a little bit strange. Now a glider coming in. Commandos is going to be the option for ps3YES. Going to put it usually around this cutoff is quite good. Yeah, pretty good for forward reinforcements. This is prime rifle grenade action here. You got to be very careful if you're taking light cover like this. And watch these engagements very, very closely for an incoming rifle grenade. Finish actually soft retreating there. Still very low in health, bleeding a lot of manpower now. 222 on his side of the map. And only just getting the AT gun to counter that now. Does have AT grenades. Shock troop grenade getting avoided by P-Greens. Don't take a single model loss there. Do have an AT gun coming in for We Are Builders as well. But in the north, ps3YES did manage to push back LeiLei. Who has lost one of his Fox Grenadiers all of a sudden. Maybe it was that one in the north. Guarding the VP. Grenade into the building, and Tommy's on the run after that. Grenade onto the Kubel, but it's only going to slow it down for a bit, and now a tough retreat path for ps3YES. He's trying to run around the side here, make his retreat path a little bit more favourable so it doesn't run right through the OKW blob. Or maybe he's just going for the cutoff, I'm not sure. He's out on the road right now though, taking a bit of damage to old Volkswagen right there. Guys, don't have the second set of FG42s out yet, so not spitting out max damage quite yet, and looks like he's going to go for a Ford tech truck maybe to try cover this VP. Pretty common position on this map. Oh wow, very early bunker down here. We Are Builders, that's a strange one. Oh, it looks like he's going to put down his tech truck closer to the center. Still in pretty defensive position here though. Oh, it's a mine now on that Kubel. Getting snared earlier. Studios are somewhat nearby. Commandos trying to sneak forwards on these Fox Grenadiers. They're trying to get in range for the incendiary grenade. Jumping out of the building. Double artillery dropping on their heads as well. Commandos can't really go charging into two Volkswagen like that. Whoa, big connection. Mortar finishes the job. Was very low on health, despite being 4 models. Now Volkswagen swooping in, negative cover here. Commandos taking a lot of damage. Trying to set up shop here is ps3YES with the trench, with the glider, and he hangs on. Volkswagen falling back. Do have a T-70 on the other side of the map for dirty finisher. Took a pack shot though. He pulls back for some repairs. We've got a mortar pit going up out the back for ps3YES, covering that central
Enemy action has destroyed our forward
VP.
position.
So both sides here trying to set up close to the center. Interesting.
Enemy threatening a capture
Good
point.
rifle nade, shock troops on the run after that. And the Allies are down 200 VPs already. The early map control has not been strong. I mean, okay in terms of fuel income. Commander sneaking forwards, looking for the infantry support gun maybe, but flak base is there. Oh, luckily they avoid getting suppressed and taking almost any damage. So they do get the decoy on the LEIG there. And T-70 in quite deep, putting pressure on the pack, but the threat of the snare forces them away. Ooh, double LMG Greens ripping right through those combat engineers. They could go down here. No, just out of range. Very, very close call. This time the snare is going to connect with T-70 though. Damaged engine. Now the combat engineers have retreated as well, so repairs on that going to be quite slow. Blackman Tommy's doing a pretty good job against the Fallschirmjäger here. In fact, they're just smacking them up outright. I feel like a lot of these models were not properly positioned behind cover. Tried to, but I don't think it was there.
The new company command post is ready.
So far, absolutely no damage for the mortar pit. The Axis haven't tried to contest the center for quite some time. Oh, and grenades there from ps3YES. Seems to be the way to play sections, or the most popular way to play sections at the moment. The 5-man upgrade, get the grenade upgrade. And actually, you know, with the moving accuracy change in the last patch, just pretty good at just running and gunning using the grenades at long range. It's generally strong, and the grenade also helps if you do get in a sticky situation against a close quarter squad. Maybe you can throw a predictive grenade on their incoming path. Maybe you can catch them off guard when they stop watching the engagement. Makes them very strong all round. Grenade tick is pretty cheap for Brits as well. ps3YES and Dirty Finisher both floating a decent chunk here. The Panzer IV on the field now for We Are Builders, so they might need to get themselves an extra AT gun.
Artillery support is on its way.
P4 chasing away. Oh, double P4s in fact. One for LeiLei as well. Now on the rampage in the north, we do have an AT gun somewhat nearby. But maybe they could get the wipe on this engineer. He's going in for the Tommy. Looks like the AT gun didn't have sight and misses that shot. Now the double P4s could swarm this anti-tank gun. Gotta be careful. This gun coming across to assist. And here we go, sitting up. 6-pounder in trouble, gets decrewed. And here we go, Valiant Assault. Bolshevik charging forwards. P4's on the run. Oh, shock troops go down in the center. And the Allies falling apart here. Bolshevik is just ripping through the Zis. Look at how quickly. I think a few models from that were on the road there. Bolshevik with the buff from the Valiant Assault just ripping it to shreds. And now the Axis tanks trying to follow up. Knock out the mortar pit, knock out the decrewed weapon here. And they do take down the mortar pit. I said they might need a second anti-tank gun, but seem reluctant to get it. T-34 briefly in the works for Dirty Finisher, but cancels it, investing in double Zis. Oh, single Zis. Could go for an SU-85 now as well. Zis gets recrewed, but he loses his infantry section in the process. And Zis getting decrewed again. Incendiary artillery drop, trying to buy a bit of breathing room for the Allies. Double Panzer IV still on the rampage. And ps3YES, what did he spend his manpower on? He bought an assault officer or something, I don't know. Very confusing what he's doing. Instead of rebuilding an AT gun as fast as he can. Just a tremendous amount of bleed. Beacon P4 on the run. P4 chasing in, looking for the T70 kill. This is the killing blow there. Miss again. P4 stopping, no, connects with the killing blow. Conscripts uraying in, hoping to get the snare off, and they should be able to, but nothing to follow up on that. So the Allies just getting pummeled right there. The double P4 timing showing its strength after like a pretty strong Axis start. Double medium tanks, they got a lot done, caught the Allies a little bit out of position with their anti-tank guns, and that was all it took.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Now they are in a commanding position. Took a look at army sizes, you can see about 30 behind each player, so about 60 popcat behind. That's like a huge margin. But the Axis are ahead right now. ps3YES though finally completing his tech and going for a Comet. That's what he was trying to save for this whole time. Dirty Finisher still a very long way away from an IS-2 though. Shows why I thought he might have teched Panzer IV, I mean not the Panzer IV, the SU-85 to chase down those Panzer IVs earlier. Which, you know, you almost can't go wrong with the SU-85. But he's just trying to knuckle down with the AAT guns. Looks like they're actually spending some time here taking up. Battle phase 3 coming through, mechanized truck coming through. Instead of continuing the pressure, maybe going for more medium tanks. Spending this advantage to tick up. Late bundle grenade into the retreat. Just a tiny bit of damage. Here we go, Comet on the field, and that does perform very well against Panzer IVs. Such a strong frontal armor, the P4s just struggle to penetrate it. Bleeding like crazy here. Very, very low on health. Oh, chasing away the units in the north, though, opening up the capture there for the Allies, and they are holding on to this VP. Also trying to cap in the center, but the 222's not having it. Commandos get revealed. Comet coming through the center now. And there we go, you heard that. Air supremacy ready for ps3YES, another advantage of not investing into a tremendous amount of Brents. So you have a lot more munitions for your off maps.
Reporting in.
And this is looking pretty juicy for a bombing run. I'm going to be honest. Ooh. Really? Is there a mine there that got triggered by the grenade? Squad down? Bad luck for LeiLei. Heading up to the north. S3 probably still needs an AT gun. A bit more backup for his Comet, but doesn't have the manpower for it quite yet. No chase down though, he's not overcommitting with it. Oh, moderate exchanging blows here. Troops closing in. We're kitting up here, supporting the Panzer IV, but Officer charging in on it, trying to do some damage. Comet connecting with the Fallschirmjäger, getting some damage on them. And now going after the Panzer IV, Raketen slightly retreated too far back. Doesn't get any return damage in. But the point's still draining against the Allies. About to tick under 200. They got to get this going. Did he finish it just about there for the IS-2? But it's still bleeding a tremendous amount of manpower. That's where he's struggling right now. Okay, here we go. Bombs coming through. Commandos in the glider, providing sight for ps3YES. And here comes the air supremacy. This truck might be dead. It's just the power of these bombs. It's things in like a straight line as well. Okay, there we go. About a third health gone. And there it goes. Truck obliterated. Interesting. LeiLei going for another truck trying to replace it. Does have the option of going for the King Tiger here, which I think is actually pretty reasonable in his position. Matches up pretty well against the IS-2 and the Comet. That's probably what I would be doing. Oh boy. P4 in trouble now. Comet bouncing. P4 blitzing away to safety. There's a shoe mine here, by the way. Ooh, Obers go down. Commandos with a bundle. Bundle grenade. Light gammon bomb. Getting the kill and picking up the LMG as well. That is nasty. Okay, here comes the IS-2. Machine gun upgrade nearly complete. AT gun in the center. One in the south. And a flare up. That's nice to see from Dirty Finisher. Spots the packs rotating from a long way away. And can avoid damage on his IS-2. Comet coming through the center here while the packs rotate to the south. Here comes the Panzer IV. And there's one issue with LeiLei's composition. No snares. He's planted a couple of shoe mines and the like, but no squads with the Panzerfaust. Could be a big issue for the Axis, especially against a highly mobile tank like the Comet, which is really good at firing on the move and really speedy. Well, it's decent at firing on the move, but yeah, it's really fast. Good at flanks. Oof. Jumping out of the house immediately. Basically half health gone in there one shot. And now the Axis are in a bit of trouble. Interesting here. We are builders going for a Panther here when he has locked into Lightning Hawk. Could have gone for the Tiger. So I think, you know, it's still a reasonable choice. Matches up pretty well against the IS-2 head-to-head.
Panther has arrived from the fatherland.
Panther's going to be the option instead. Push forwards here from LeiLei in the north. A lot of action all across the map. LeiLei getting aggressive here, coming through the center. There's this in position, however, for Dirty Finisher. Use the camouflage as well, and both shots connecting and penetrating. He even takes one more, but that one bouncing. Panther pushing forwards. No machine gun upgrade on that quite yet. You have sweepers out here, so the mines are not going to work. The IS-2 pulling back. Playing it safe. Cool. Panther attack grounding the mine. Nice. And the Axis are pushing hard here. Are losing control in the center though. Double infantry support guns. What were they doing all the way forwards like that? Very strange. Panther taking engine damage there. That's one thing the Panther's just so much worse at compared to the Tiger. Forcing back squads that are threatening to come in on the snare. Our team did go down for Dirty Finisher, by the way. Infantry support guns not doing too well so far. 2 kills on one, 0 on the other. For a while as well. MG42 pushing up, but it might be a little bit too late now. Conscripts swarming in from multiple angles. This pack also a little bit low in health. Slight risk of going down. AT, I'm pushing up behind this for Dirty Finisher. P4 doing its best to hold back the oncoming Soviets. Just in a bit of trouble now. It's out of time. No! Second shot connects, but it's not enough. The vetted health bonus. Oh, here we go. Off maps coming in. COH2 support and airborne assault. Trying to save his Panzer IV from the Comet. Panther coming through the center. Comet in a bit of trouble. Big damage from the Stukas. Panther chasing in after the Comet. Wants to get the kill here. Main gun crit. I think it might survive one more shot though. Meanwhile, the IS-2 also in a bit of trouble. P4 gonna get away. Does get away. Comet goes down. Panther on the run. Oh, but Comet comes back in. Could take another COH2 air support strafe. Only a tiny bit of damage. Panther coming back in now. Really went down a pixel away. I don't know why the Panther pulled back anyway. Looks like it's coming back in. Maybe has eyes for the Tiger, but gotta be careful. Mine there. They're popping the blitz. speeding around, but the AT gun also connecting for dirty finish, and now the Panther in some big trouble. IS-2 on its rear armor. Pack's coming up behind this. AT gun sitting up into its retreat path, but doesn't matter. IS-2 finishes the job on it. P4 coming in from the side on the AT guns though, looking for the D crew here. Comet coming back in on one shot. That is extremely risky stuff. What is he doing with this? The packs were right there. Man, he could have lost it right there. He could have lost it. But the packs have pulled back a little bit too far. Big blunder from We Are Builders Not Soldiers though. Not chasing after the second Comet and getting a kill on that as well. Like, he should have realized that a second pass of anti-tank planes were going to come through. Definitely worth the chase, and would have got the kill if he had. Instead, tried to dive on the IS-2, which was still at like 3/4 health. He loses his Panther for the trouble. Range caddy. So far, so good for the machine gun, but there we go. It goes down on that one and outright destroyed by the final volley. Grenade in. Allies very low on VP still though. You can see the dirty finisher being very cautious with his VP control. Oof, big shot from the Panzer IV there. At the moment, shock troops don't have anything to defend them. AAT guns back at base. IS-2 are quite complete on repairs. So they're hurting in that department. We Are Builders Not Soldiers might be going for the Tiger now. This time. Meanwhile, LeiLei still not sure what he's going for. Did rebuild his truck, put this one right back basically inside his base this time. Camo AT guns. Be careful. Double mortar teams now for We Are Builders, so get sight on these. He can clear them out pretty quickly with the mortars. I imagine he maybe had sight on that one because of the 222's enhanced sight range at that there. More packs opening up on the IS-2. Chusha just about ready to go. Engine damage on the IS-2 though. And LMG 34 on the Grenadiers as well as MG42. That is scary. Okay, no, We Are Builders gonna go for a Panther. P-Green's right on top of this AT gun. Dirty finisher forgetting about it here. Looks like it's going to go down. Katyusha onto the packs. One of them... Oh, they're both in trouble, in fact. One getting decrewed. Is this getting decrewed as well? But this pack's super low in health, and now we've got Air Supremacy coming in. Oh, the Air Supremacy planes take care of the other pack. They might get these P-Greens on retreat. Quite. Let's throw one of the decrewed packs. More shock troops coming in from the side. Grenadiers late on the retreat here. That's so much damage. And make it home. Now both packs end up dying there. And the decrews are still in Allied territory. Centaur out now for ps3YES. Going to take down those Axis loiters. Overkit's connecting with the Centaur though. I thought he was briefly charging in for the kill. Imagine the Comet around the corner though. IS-2 going deep here, finding the bunker. This is in a nice position to support here, dishing out a lot of damage to these two Axis tanks. He's umming and ahhing about what to do here. Doing some damage through the center, but phosphorus rounds from the Comet prevent any further advance. And it looks like the double Raketten's coming down with the IS-2. Honestly, if we are builders there, went in with this Panzer IV, came in from the side, probably would have got the decrew on the ZIS. And maybe could have got the kill on it. IS-2 would have had to go back, but instead, the finisher comes out ahead. The builders maybe playing a little bit too timidly there. Raketten's retreating from rocket artillery. And they end up taking almost no damage from it. Finisher now going for KV-8. There's a lot of investment into anti-infantry, the KV-8 and the Katyusha here. It's leaving itself a little bit exposed to the tanks. Just the one AT gun crewed at the moment especially. And Axis with 2 VP still. LeiLei's down to 134. Finally completed repairs on the Comet, ready to go again. Only got 2 squads of engineers, that's alright. No crew repairs or anything in this commander though. And here we go, Werfer for We Are Builders. Already had the double mortars. So further investing to try and counter the anti-tank guns. The issue for him at the moment seems to be spotting them though, you know. Thanks to the camouflage more than actually doing damage to them. He was outperforming pretty well against them overall. Let's try and cap in the center, but too much indirect fire coming through. 4 Panthers all trading blows. Ready to go. Pretty healthy. And Katyusha very far forwards here, looking for an opportunity. But Rakettens could be the go. Panther coming to the south here now. Comet in the north clearing the way. Oh, there's a lot of shoe mines up there for LeiLei. We're going to see another air supremacy coming through. Oh, one of the Katyushas doesn't quite make it out of there. Super long range scatter and probably gonna finish by the air supremacy. No. Not. Nice turn KV-8 on a rampage though, with all the Axis tanks forced back. There's the AT guns. Got the pack, the P4, and now the Panther here. Oh, pulls the trigger on the Faust a little bit too early, not enough damage to get the engine critical. Now Allies in a decent position all of a sudden. Sweeping in the north really working well for ps3YES. So many mines up there from LeiLei, it's nice to see. Now a walking Stuka coming in from LeiLei. Also have both of the Axis with their off maps at the ready. So they could be ready for another assault. Grenadiers charging forwards, hoping for the Faust on the IS-2, not going to happen. And gets the kill on the decrew ZIS there. Nicely done. P4 still pushing forwards. Oh, this could be bad news. Conscripts uraying in, looking for the AT grenade. The ZIS from camouflage surprising the Panzer IV, and that's enough damage to kill it. Camouflage ZIS, dirty finisher, making full use of that ability, often underutilized, I would say. The Allies did lose control of the center and unable to get the north machine gun covering up there. They're neutralizing the center again. Werfer, oh, not too much damage though, honestly. Range Katyusha over to the mortars, I think. Forcing them away. our searchlight out now for LeiLei. Good sight through the center and through here. Commandos, oh, jumping on top of the Raketen and get the decrew on it there. Oh, nice smoke there to cover the retreat of the Commandos. And then maybe missing an opportunity to go in, and now going in a little bit later after the Comet with the both off maps coming down. Centaur shooting at tanks rather than the planes as well, so they might survive a little bit longer. And now going after the Centaur. Centaur in some trouble. Double OKW tanks going for the kill, going for the finish on it. AT gun coming around the corner for ps3YES, but we got the Panther up there now as well. Centaur makes it away. Very low in health. AT gun goes down super quickly to that Vet 5 Panzer IV. Now the Panther getting aggressive, but the IS-2 is slightly out of airstrike range here. Finds the forward's Katyusha, however. And needs to blitz to get out. No blitz. IS-2 coming around the corner. Bad retreat path for We Are Builders. And he loses the Panther because of that. IS-2 coming in now, but I think all the planes have already been killed by that one shot from the Centaur. And here comes a Firefly at just the right time to strike back. Panzer IV goes down. Even finds the Panther up there. Firefly on a rampage here. No snares, this is what I was talking about. Missing that shot. Yeah, the Raketens. Okay, recrewing the one in the center. There we go. Firefly finishes the job. So overall a decent assault from the Axis to start things off, but a very clumsy finish from them. Got maybe a little bit too aggressive with the Panther chasing in there. Did take down the Katyusha, but then didn't pop the blitz to retreat. Didn't retreat like up and back this way, away from the IS-2 as fast as he could, and instead came back around so that the IS-2 could come around the corner and kill him. And yeah, the Panther in the north, I think he stopped reversing it and was parked up here. Allowed the Firefly to come through and finish it off. And that went from good to bad very, very quickly for the Axis. But it's still competitive in terms of army sizes right now. So they're not out of this one, and they still have a huge VP lead. Oh, Raketen not retreating, gonna go down. Clumsy stuff from LeiLei. Comes a walking Stuka though. Really connecting too much, pretty good dodge from ps3YES. T-34 diving in after a Brumbeer. Got incendiary artillery dropped on the AT gun. T-34 could, just go down to the 222 there. And does, but the pack getting decrewed, and that was the last bit of anti-tank for We Are Builders. I think assault here from LeiLei, but no anti-tank from him either. He's got no Raketens, no anything. So Centaur just out here dishing it out. Brumbeer coming back in. And here comes the Panther for LeiLei. In the meantime, he's getting obliterated by the Centaur through the center. So Brumbeer to try and fend it off, keep that infantry support gun alive. Outskirts with the snare on the 222. IS-2 Vet 3, full strength. Be devastating. Got a decrewed Raketen over there. Which maybe Axis could regather. They do need it. Panther. Nice the Centaur, but the Firefly is there in the center as well. Missing its shot. Now chasing in after the Commandos. Could get the wipe here. Ooh. You see that? They tried to throw their gammon bomb, but the Panther crushed them and it seemed to just go off instantaneously. That was weird. Left that huge crater. With decent 5 kills now. Not incredible though. But they're coming forwards again. Connecting with the Firefly. troops going deep after the AT gun. No machine gun upgrade here. The Brumbier. And incendiary artillery dropped here as well. Oh boy, exposing its rear armor to the IS-2. AT gun coming in, but the IS-2 could get the kill here. Not going to pull the trigger. Panther is super low, but maybe he's not aware of that. These guys are a random team on the Allied side, so communication on that point may not have been so clear. Otherwise, you know, with the Panther that badly damaged, the IS-2 definitely could have come in here for the kill and just ravaged what remains of the Axis. Especially with some off-map support from ps3YES, but yeah, random team. So those kind of things not as well coordinated. Speaking of off-maps, the Supremacy drop looks like it's targeting this bunker, I'm not sure. Yep, targeting this region here. Axis leaving the vicinity. Pack running right back through the barrage area though, and this squad retreating along it. Okay, takes down the bunker, but not much else honestly, and then comes the IS-2. Looking to capitalize. Pack hanging on. IS-2 connecting nicely. I feel like if there's the old IS-2, that pack would have died right there. Oh boy. IS-2 coming back in. Grenadiers very low. Pack sitting back up. Grenadiers go down. And now the pack ends up going down. IS-2 on a rampage. Vet 3 just popping off those shots so quickly now. The reload bonus. Oh, that Grenadier dropped the MG34 by the way. I think it's changed hands numerous times. I wonder if that was still that MG34 that the Commandos had at one stage. That'd be pretty funny if it was. Senior artillery locking the Axis out of the central VP. Allies still down to 56. So if they lose control for just a brief moment, they could be out of this match. Still have the super close air support as well. Rifle barrage coming through. Retargeting the center. Decent damage to the tanks, but almost no damage to the infantry. Oh boy, and here comes SU-85 IS-2 combo. Brumbier overstepping its mark. Very close to hitting their mine there as well. No AT gun support. Here it comes from downtown. The IS-2 chasing it down. Just needs one more shot and that's the kill. He's calling in the planes to try and save the day. IS-2 finishing the job. Abandoned. Has to stick around for one more shot. And the plane's actually doing quite a lot of damage to the IS-2 there. Finishing the job on the Brumbier. Backing through the danger zone again, but maybe already shot down by the Centaur. Looks like they have been. Panther coming across. Looking for the IS-2 kill, but has to abandon that. SU-85 is there. So it gets out scot-free. Oh boy, and the Firefly coming across for the Panther. Panther blitzing away. Takes engine damage, but Firefly not chasing him for the kill. Getting through the center, threatening. Now, is that a 17 pounder? No. Okay, it looks like it's just maybe a bug with the 6 pounder here. It's got the penetration animation while it's still vet 0. Through. Oh, decent connection. One model off the machine gun, one model off the engineers. Decent damage to the Centaur as well. Axis trying to cap in the center on the back of this. Maybe. Ah, this. Okay, another Panther coming in for We Are Builders this time. Let's see the Brumbier.
Panther ready.
See what he can do with it. Oh. Flying the 222. Gets out. Bit of a shame not to see the turret rockets upgraded. It's such a cheap upgrade. You don't have to use them, but it's nice to have the option sometimes. Such a cheap upgrade. Got cover coming in. Officer trying to get on the capture circle here. Panther coming in around the corner, and the T-gun actually gets decrewed back there. Kitten coming through the center. We've got incendiary artillery down here as well. Double Panthers in the north, but the Firefly dishing it out to the OKW Panther. That's having to blitz out. Luckily bounced his 2 shots in a row there. But the Axis are getting the cap going. Oh boy, target weak point activated. KV-8 in big trouble. Double AT guns, no. The IS-2 clears out the Raketen. Oh, and the Panther misses that shot. If the Raketen and the Panther both connected there, KV-8 will be dead. KV-8 does end up going down. Panther chases in after it and gets the kill. Nicely done. A T-gun does go down, however. And here's a Jagdpanzer for LeiLei. If not hitting too much there. Damage on the IS-2. Just coming in from the side. Engine damage on the Jagdpanzer now. And the turret rockets, the Firefly connecting super long range. Could this be the end of the Jagdpanzer? Firefly missing. Or bouncing rather. Oh no, the Firefly goes down to the Jagdpanzer. Wow, what a turn of events. Now full strength Panther, he's repaired that up quite quickly coming in. Looking to mop up any low health remains. Going after the Su-85. But the IS-2 and the Comet are right there. And he pulls back quite quickly. Good choice. And they actually still have these team weapons available for the recrew here. So they can rebuild quite quickly. Instead they try and dive into the capture circle here. Leaving them decrewed for some time. Guys did manage to get the cap in the far north. So the point strain against the Axis quite quickly. And there we go. Fragmentation shell deployed there. But Axis already pulled back. And a fresh pack for We Are Builders Not Soldiers. It's a bit of a shame to see him just go for that instead of one of these decrewed ones. There's still that one down here as well. What a waste of manpower. And speaking of waste of manpower, crewing say T-gun with Fallschirmjäger. It's expensive. 6 manpower a piece. He did have his Volksgrenadiers there not so long ago. I think that's a good option as well. Bring it back to heal and reinforce that amount of health. The IS-2 could just one-shot it. And another Katyusha coming in for dirty finisher now. Taking them a while to build back up to it. For the center, Uraying out to safety though, nice to see. The Centaur in the north, but we've got the Panther up here, fresh Firefly. And the Jagdpanzer there as well, but missing. And bouncing. Nice. Looking for the capture though. Jagdpanzer coming through. Panther coming back in. Oh, a lot of damage. Fallschirmjäger very low. No retreat. What is he doing? And what is the Panther doing? Sticking around after the Jagdpanzer already pulled back. Some bad control there from LeiLei. Oh, Comet connecting. Panther missing on the return. Looks like we saw some Katyusha action clearing out the mortar over there. Machine gun and conscripts behind sandbags covering that VP. Here comes the Panther looking to clear things out. No machine gun upgrade on this still. So not very effective against infantry. And a third tank, or fourth tank rather, coming in for ps3YES. It's going to be a second Firefly. So these Axis Panthers are not going to be safe. Oof. Oh, P4. Panther. Decides not to chase in. One shot from death on the Su-85. Could have got it there with the blitz. Now points draining quickly against the Axis. Oh, smoke on the 222, wow.
Our enemy has only 200 points.
LMG Green is sneaking around the side of the machine gun, but setting up. Unless the gunner goes into the death loop here. Yeah, does hold on. Jagdpanzer are up here now. Hit 2 as well, has got the armored skirts. Oh, they're taking a big 1-2 punch from the Comet and the Firefly. We also have the stolen pack nearby. And the IS Searchlight goes down through the center. IS-2 just charges forward and kills it.
Ready for orders.
Okay, Panther, Jagdpanzer up here. They're coming around the corner, but double Fireflies. That Panther will go down very quickly if he tries to get aggressive here. Do have both the off-maps ready to go, though. I think that's why he's feeling so bold. Here we go for another double Stuka Loiter assault. Double packs on the side of this. Oh man, they did miss one of those shots. That would have been the kill. Katyusha coming in for the revenge and clears both of them. But unlucky there that the Su-85 didn't go down. Oh, and there we go. Speaking of the off-maps, planes coming through in the north. Nothing to capitalize on that. He's pushing aggressively behind it, but no real damage on the tanks. And a really bad walking Stuka barrage as well. Panther also coming to the north. Su-85 does have a main gun crit right now. Oh, and there we go. Just repairs it before the Panther gets a shot on him. In come the other planes though. Quite deep in Axis territory. Allied territory. Get the Comet low. The planes are getting shot down. Oh no, the Centaur actually took a main gun crit as well, so it can't shoot down the planes anymore. How exposed that Katyusha is right now. The Axis new. LeiLei T-guns have been recruited. He's gone for a flak panzer here to fend off shock troops. Interesting.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Panther very wounded. Pull back for repairs. It's leaving the IS-2 a lot of room to damage here. LeiLei T-guns setting up. Goes for the snares, but no engine damage. Senior artillery coming down. Oh, Jagdpanzer did come in from the side. But now very, very low. It looks like the Allies are going to go hunting for it. Maybe a bit of ram action from Dirty Finisher. Looks like the Jagdpanzer's just fast enough. Panther coming round though. Doing a bit of blocking. I think you would need 2 more shots to kill it though. With the T-34. Oh boy, and flak panzer left out in the center. That does go down to the ram. Commando glider drop in the back combined with another air supremacy onto the battle group HQ. This could be devastating. Axis need to get out of there fast. The kill on one of the AT guns. Support gun, no dodge. Ooh, but slightly off to the side there. Oh, Panther's in trouble. ps3YES Su-85 blasting away. It's away alive. Stuka coming through. Oh, Firefly from the side. Oh boy, this is carnage. assaults from every angle right now. Panther getting aggressive, looking for the Su-85. It's low. One shot from death now. Second Panther charging in behind this. Oh, but the Centaur finishes the job, and the wreck blocking the sight of the second Panther. IS-2 coming in from the bottom. Panther speeding forwards. Oh, but here comes the Comet. And 2 Panthers going to go down in exchange for 1 Su-85. That does not go well with the Axis Jagdpanzer. Dishing it out to the Fireflies though. They're very low after that, but not able to seal the deal. And that is where you need the off-map in that kind of hectic engagement. But the Axis already spent it, already burnt it. And now they're very long VPs, about to be losing that department for the first time this game. What were they up to? They were up like about 350 points at one stage, I think it was, right?
Our capture point. That's right.
Slowly but surely, Allies pulling it back. A moment of silence. Everything rebuilds. Pens are getting very well vetted. Vet 4, halfway to Vet 5. A lot of decrew team weapons around still for the Axis. I think that's been one of their weaker points so far this game. Their AT gun position has not been that strong. Just allow Allies a bit more freedom. Excuse me, with their tanks. Ooh, Walking Stuka annihilates the Commandos, does good damage to combat engineers as well. I think, and hit 2 with that. 30 kills now. 30 kills? I don't think it'd been that impactful. Okay, now we've got a Stug from We Are Builders. They need to get on the VPs fast. The Axis, they got 1 under control, but they need another. Trying to drop Fallschirmjäger in the back, but the Maxim was far enough back. It falls right into its clutches. If they're coming through now. Not quite getting the kill. The machine gun was really well spread out. In comes the Stug though. T-34 coming in for the ram. No. Double AT guns mop it up before it arrives. Just try and push through the center now. Shock troops with the smoke though, buying some time. And Allies actually capping in the north. Axis are not going to be able to get the VPs here in time. Change Caddy as well. 2 VPs remaining, and there we go. Ooh, back and forth battle this one was. Allies getting off to a really slow start. Both of them just trying to go for like fast tech strategies, but leaving themselves exposed. That double medium tank push from the Axis just caught them with their pants down completely. Should have been GG at that stage. But the Allies battled back nicely. Ultimately, the Axis, somewhat clumsy with their team weapons. It's like letting them die very, very frequently. Bad positioning on them. And a couple of those pushes not quite properly executed. But it is always super risky, just like going in for those big dives with the Panthers. Very easy for that to go wrong, so I'm not going to blame them too much. And yeah, they were for 10 kills. He had that for quite a long time. The Brumbier, I think, was like the biggest blunder of all. That just did not work even slightly. And I'm surprised not to see the Tiger as well. Seems like a lot of players just purposely going out of their way not to get the Tiger, but it does still perform okay. Especially going head to head with an IS-2. Can trade blows quite well. I suppose it's not quite as mobile as the Panther. Can't go in for those big dives as LeiLei, but also a bit more health, easier to keep alive, so I don't know. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.